Hey, hi, it's Monique again. I told you in the last video that I have some really cool new information on revision. Or actually, it's not new per se, it's just a bit of a revisiting of revision. I saw two videos. One is a new video for me. It was aired in 2015, I think, from Bentinho Massaro. And one is one that I have seen already a few times. It's an interview with Teal Swan. She's also known as the spiritual catalyst. And I've seen this interview a couple of times. And the interesting thing is, now that I know the teachings of Neville, I've seen it again and I hear completely different things. And I also noticed that she talks about revision. She just doesn't call it revision. So this is also a video that's part of the Living in the Wish Fulfilled series. What actually is what we all came here to do on Earth. We came to find out that we are super powerful because we think we're helpless before we are awakened and in the path to awakening. And then we find out that everything that we believe we create. Everything is mirrored back to us, what we believe. So, everything that's in our world right now, things we like and things we don't like, are a reflection of our thoughts and beliefs. A lot of these things are obviously subconscious beliefs because sometimes you really cannot see how something keeps popping up again and again and again. And that's actually a very big sign huge sign that you have a subconscious limiting belief. Now, what you can do is when you find out you have a limiting belief, conscious or subconscious, and subconscious, you will, of course, explore. You know that it's subconscious if you can't really seem to find out like what it is, but then you start thinking, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, really? This is what it was all the time. The perfect thing is there are a lot of things you can do about it. And as I said, Bentinho Massaro and Teal Swan have amazing tips on this, like Neville has. So you know that revision is you see something different in the place of what you saw before. So let's, for instance, say you had not such a nice experience with your boyfriend. You got into a fight, or with your girlfriend. You got into a fight. He said something to you that really, really hurt you. Now, you know that everyone is you pushed out, but still you can change this happening. Let's say he said to you, you know what? I don't really like you. I think I don't want to see you for a while. Okay, that's hurtful. What you do when you do revision is you go back to the situation and you don't get involved into it. You don't judge it. You just look at it. So first make sure that you don't have any emotions attached to it because otherwise it won't work. So you go to that moment and you look at what's happening. And then you think to yourself, okay, what is actually something that I would have liked to see instead? And that probably would be, hey, you know what? This is not such a big difference, so it's easier for yourself to believe. And he says to you, hey, you know what? I don't feel so well at the moment, and I want to be alone for now, but shall we meet tomorrow or next week or in a couple of days? Which is kind of the same thing happens, but without that sting, without him being mean, and without you feeling hurt. And if you repeat the scene over and over and over again, at one point you start to feel like that really happened and you have revised the situation. Now you might think, yeah, but that's not true. That's not reality. No, it is reality. Reality is everything we think it is. And I know it's a really big change of the mind, and the only thing you can do to find out is to do it and to practice with it. And if this is too much of a hurtful event, then try it with something that's not hurtful and that was super simple. You can revise all day, every day, even in the same moment. I have an instance of something that I revised at the moment that it happened. So a good friend of mine was complaining about her job, and she was very unhappy about it, and I could see, yeah, no, it doesn't matter what I could see. So I was thinking to myself while listening to her, I was thinking, you're not saying this. You're saying that you're super happy with your job. And I kept repeating that to myself. And because I'm not so attached to this situation, it was super easy for me to revise it. And you know what happened a couple of days later? We had a conversation, and she said about her job, I'm so happy with this job. This is the best job I ever had. So, magic or revision or both. Revising is magic. And then I want to leave you with one more tip with regards to revision. You can do it, and actually, it's something that Neville also says. You can do it every day at the end of the day. Revise everything that you didn't like, everything that you saw, and you're like, oh, I would have liked to see a different outcome in this. And when you do that every day, it becomes so automatic that also it doesn't cost you so much effort, and you will see your life changing because you revise everything to things you want to see and you didn't want to see, like what came up because of subconscious belief or conscious beliefs. It doesn't even matter. You will change your reality into one that almost only has things that you would like to see. And this is a tip from Seth. You can also revise situations that were nice into even more amazing ones. So I think this was a lot of information on revision. I will post both the videos that I talked about in the description box. And because Teal Swan's interview is a pretty long one, I will give you the timestamp of when she starts to talk about revision. I would recommend watching the whole interview because it's really amazing. But if you're short for time or if you just don't feel like it, then you can go straight to the revision Teal Swan style. I wish you a wonderful day, and it's a bit of a long video. I'm going to read chapter 3 of The Power of Awareness because that's how I started this series of Living in the Wishful Field. And after that, I'm going to play outside. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and maybe I see you in the next video. Mwah.